Off, he turns black hot. 'Cause when the running is on, we all.
This is a Jazzy DJ's
World premiere.
world premiere.
This is a scientist exclusive.
I've been stuck on this block more than half my life. Before people take flight on any one of y'all trying to talk. Outline the chalk, the shit is all bad. If you don't die, best to believe you gon' shit in a bag. 36 zones, whole brick, radical chrome brick. Scientists produce the beat, sun spits heat. Mental is long range like planes or the Philippines. Grab my dick, you straggler bitch, now eat this. Try to defeat this, my team bring the pain to them. Big sick bang on them, let shower rain. This is latex glove rap, fish scale coke rap. All for the chain, I aim for the brain, dig that? Who gon' say I ain't twice as nice? I'm taking on all challenges, year-round calendar. See we got now, y'all can get next. This is lyrical drive-by, instrumental homicide. Body to beat, a mixtape massacre. Raw and uncut murder scene for you amateurs. Yo, #1 contender in the street. I keep the whole hood jumping when I speak. This is propane wordplay. This is what the streets say. Crown the king, the next thing on the left side. This is more than what you used to, not what you used to. Corner route where the crack get cooked and pushed out. Dudes getting out the pen, neat up, big guns, hats getting spun if you let your mouth run. I don't know y'all ain't gotta pass here. Whole crew, whole body, slump dudes, no block. She digging the chain, I'm big in the game and spitting that flame that burn down whole entire factory. Now mockery to the hood, real ones don't move like y'all. Whole swag cleaner than some nice check the murder rate. Make your body cinerate, hit you in the vertebrae, make him disappear like a lemonade. Cruise to the beat, #1 in the street, whole team speech game, hit shit like a freight train. See we got now, y'all can get next, play the game of chess, strategize, smaller fries, other guys. See we got now, y'all can get next, this is lyrical drive-by, instrumental homicide. Body to beat, a mixtape massacre, raw and uncut murder scene for you amateurs. Yo, #1 contender in the street. I keep the whole hood jumping when I speak. This is propane wordplay. This is what the streets say. Crown the king, the next thing on the left side.
You are tuned in to www.oghuskyradio.com, broadcasting live from the east side of Los Angeles, worldwide. Damn, dog.
What's up?
You can't come here and play shit like that, dog. Well, fuck.
It's like metaphorically speaking, so you know what I mean? It probably sounds violent, but
What's the name of that track?
it's called The Left Side. And it's like I said, it's like metaphorically speaking, like in the sense of a rhyme or whatever. So it's not like I'm really out killing people and
No, I
shit
don't even
like
time.
that.
I'm just talking about like lyricism and shit and just coming like that, homie. Like,
So yeah.
go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Annimean. I'm from Cudahy, California. It's my man right here.
My name is Dae One from Hawthorne, California.
Oh, okay. So Hawthorne and Cudahy aren't too close together, dog.
Nah, they're
Nah.
not.
You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? Like, that's one side of that's 710, then you gotta hop on the 105.
Yeah.
So,
Submission.
you know what I'm saying?
Submission. Yeah,
So,
submission.
how'd that connect come about, man? Or how you guys?
I met Dae One about what, 3 years?
3 years ago.
About like 3 years ago at
the house lounge.
Glass and Malone video. Well, you know what? Actually, funny thing, I met him. He was actually gonna beat somebody up in a parking lot with a crowd of other guys. I ain't gonna say the names or whatever. but they some famous hip hop people.
Stupid.
And,
Oh shit.
I met him there, and then we didn't really get to touch bases. And then I met him again at a video shoot that Glass and Malone and Blue
Yeah,
Division camp was
doing.
holding.
Yeah.
Word up. Cudahy and Hawthorne. So then
Yeah.
you guys working together as MCs, but no group.
Nah.
Not even really as in, well, I guess he put me on one of his hooks before. I mean, he usually just calls me up when he needs some beats. Like, they want to need some beats. You got some beats? Let's go through some tracks. So, you know, and it started off there, but then it got to a point where he was like, "Oh, you rhyme too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I was rhyming before I made beats."
All right.
Like, oh,
Me being the devil's advocate that I
Yeah.
am, you know,
Yeah.
and the powers that I have and shit through hip hop.
yeah.
You could be the dopest producer making beats, or you could be the dopest MC, the greatest ever. What do you choose?
I would probably choose to be the greatest producer ever because I could do that for years.
And why not MCing for you?
Because sometimes some rappers get too old to rhyme.
Who's the
Yeah, I
oldest
feel
rapper
that.
that you could see?
Who's the oldest rapper that I
Yeah.
can see?
LL
Jay-Z
Cool
is the
J.
oldest rapper I can see right now.
He's still doing it though.
He's still doing it. I mean, I would count LL Cool J, but
LL Cool J, he older than a motherfucker.
he's done it. He's done it the longest. He's done it the longest, but I don't know if he's the oldest. Is he older? Is he
I
older
don't know,
than Jay?
man.
I
He
don't
look
know.
like he never ages, but I'm pretty sure he's old. You know what I'm saying? For real. He look like he never ages.
Real.
And if you have
But not-
disagreements with that, go ahead and give him your contact info
yeah,
real
go
quick.
ahead,
You know what I'm
go ahead.
saying?
Nah, but I say that to say because you can usually be behind the music for years. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you can ghost around and still get paid. and
So
get
so were
checks.
you MCing first, or were you doing?
I
or
was
you
actually
producing?
rapping first. I only started making beats because I couldn't find producers that can make beats the way I thought they should sound in my head.
What is the
dope.
main thing that you couldn't find though? Like, you know what I'm saying, as a producer?
It's a certain kind of sound. Like at the point when I was like 17, 18, paying for studio time, and I was trying to tell the dude what to do, and he couldn't do it. And I was at a point where, damn, I know what I want to hear.
yeah.
Why can't I just do this shit myself? And then I
Damn,
took
I
on the
ain't even
trade
know
of
this
making
shit.
beats. Yeah.
That's why we do what we do.
Yeah,
and
I'm
shit.
like, oh shit. What
Like
the
I
fuck?
just looked up what to do because he's gonna beat somebody up. I was like, fuck, I need this for on my team and shit.
Nah, you know what I mean? I've been hearing about him a lot and shit. At the time, he was working with Bishop Lamont actually.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Like same thing where he says like I have like a certain sound. You know what I mean? Like my you know the way I rhyme and the beats that I choose. I have a real heavy East Coast influence on what I do. You know what I'm
He
saying?
likes to
so,
rhyme on a 3 for some reason.
so
Like Prodigy, you know?
so
Yeah.
it's like that's actually you know one of my main influences actually. But
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like I just felt like he was making what I needed. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm not like I don't really want to rhyme over the conventional West Coast beats, but at the same time like I don't want to. You know, it's a weird little combination I got going on. You know what I mean?
Damn, how can I put that then? A West Coast MC, not on a traditional West Coast.
It's like a West Coast MC rhyming over East Coast.
It's kind of like what I
basically.
do because
You know what I mean?
I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan of all kind of different kinds of music, but I'm the biggest fan of boom bap. But
Okay.
sometimes I'm a little too musical for boom bap. So I think that's kind of what he's getting at.
What do you guys think though? Is it just like and not like dissing or anything, but like taking it to the next level, or not? It's not challenging enough. You know what I'm saying? Or
In the aspect of West Coast music in general,
or
like,
just in music in general, like even for like boom bap's not musical, and like you pretty much diss all hip hop. Like we don't traditional West Coast boom bap
Right.
needs this. I mean, not on some like real dissing shit, but you know what I'm saying? For
yeah.
conversation's sake,
I feel,
you guys
I
put
feel
it out
like,
there.
I feel like when it comes to traditional West Coast, like the sound, with the exception of like maybe Rocker from Dilated and a couple other people, like it's kind of repetitive. You know what I mean? With the deep drums and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's just not really what I'm into. You know what I mean? And I never really was. Like when I started listening to hip hop,
What's the first song that you can remember that you started
the
listening to?
first song I ever really like genuinely listened to was Mentirosa.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
And Cudahy, that shit was bumping out of the wood. By the
that-
back of a fucking mini truck back in the day and shit.
I remember, you know what I mean? I went and bought the single. Remember they used to sell them single cassettes and shit.
Damn,
you know?
yo.
I used to have this little shaving bag that my dad had gave me. So I used to hide these tapes in it. You know what I mean? Because they was tapes that had, you know, bad words or whatever. So, you know what I mean? Like, I used to hide them in there. And then I remember my mom had heard me listening to that shit and whooped my ass for it or whatever. But that was, like, the first real song that I actually listened to. I got it from, like, some kids in school and shit. And then from there, I was just hooked on all kinds of shit.
So like
NWA, whatever. You know what I mean?
Rhyming and got a gang of books, or like what goes, you know what I'm saying, as far as like musically, like if you're writing, you have books and books of rhymes like laying around? No?
Nah, I actually, you know what I mean? To me, like, the beat is emotion, you know what I mean? So I basically go off of whatever I'm feeling at the time with the beat or whatever.
So there's no like
Yeah,
notebooks
I
laying
know a lot
around
of
and
motherfuckers,
shit?
like, they pen rhymes like that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? I pen rhymes like, I
Just
hear
straight
the
to
beat.
the beat and
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
make the track?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
So
that's some tripped out shit.
even when I go into the lab, you know what I mean? Like, I start writing, like, right there and shit. Like,
shit.
verse by verse and shit, you know what I mean? Like, I won't even know, like, what the song's gonna be about. Like, first verse gets done, then I do the hook, then I'm off to the second verse, whatever. You know
That's
what I
some
mean?
tripped out
So
shit,
that's
man.
how I really do my shit. You know what I mean?
On some real shit, give them out the contact info where they could catch up with you guys. man.
You can reach me at Twitter /Annimean, and you spell that ANNIMEANZ. Or you can find me at Facebook /Annimean without the Z, because my name ain't Any Means. It's Annimean. And you know, you can find me right there. You know, or you could just find me, like, you know, locally. I'm everywhere actually. So you know.
They can hit me up on the Twitter. They can at Dae One Me, DAEONE, no one, no number one in my name. They can also hit the website for the music, www.no1.bandcamp.com, and they can find all my latest stuff right there.
You got beats to slang.
I got beats to slang. I'm always
crazy
slanging beats. Yeah, I got beats.
Insane beats.
I got mad
man.
beats. Son. I
So,
got
so then,
beats.
right now, what are we looking at? Let's say individually projects. What projects are complete? Be it mixtapes, tracks. What can we find?
Right now we pushing the Summertime in My City record. I don't know if you guys have heard it yet. It was actually on Latino the other day.
On Sunday night with J Dubs.
Yeah, they played it.
And who's on there? Who's on there?
That's me, that's me, Glasses Malone, and Omar Cruz. It's a really hot record. You know what I mean? It's a summertime record. A lot of people are digging the record. We're gonna be up at the Wake Up Show in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Shit.
We're gonna premiering the record there. We're just going hard with the record, basically. And if you're feeling it, support it. There's a video to it. Probably about like 21,000 views on it or something like that already. So
Where does that come from, man? Did you sign to a label, promotion? Where's that? Where's all that grinding? Where's that payoff coming from?
Initially, I was, I don't want to use the word sign.
Yeah.
But I was part of a label called Dollar Figure.
Okay.
And that's Hot Dollar and Gorilla Black, if you're familiar with who they are.
Definitely.
And they wanted to make a subsidiary little crew called Dollar Figure Essays. So I ended up meeting Hot Dollar like at this little, open mic shit or whatever, and he was digging the flow. And I basically started off there, you know what I mean? I ended up leaving about maybe 3 years later.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Things weren't really working out for us. We had a little bit of misunderstanding. So I decided to go on my own with my DJ Clean, and we started a crew called First Class Entertainment. And that consists of myself, DJ Clean, my boy Kid Star B, he's actually in the building.
What up?
My boy Young Smokes, and my boy Big Sick Nasty, he's from East LA. And you know what I mean? It's just basically a crew of Latino MCs that are real MCs, you know what I mean? Because, there's a stigma that comes along with being a Chicano rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's usually the Capone type stigma, whatever.
Yeah.
And, no disrespect to them doing anything, but, I kind of feel like because of that little situation, like we won't really get too much respect when it comes down to being a legitimate MC. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at us a certain way and think, well, they're Mexicans, so they must have black gloves in 90-degree weather with big jerseys and shit.
I'm always confused on how that breaks down. Like, how does that work? Like, as far as Chicano rap, like okay, let's say like Muggs. Like, would you consider Soul Assassin and what they do to be considered Chicano rap? Or?
Nah, it's more like a hip hop thing. Chicano rap.
I'll check this out. I had Sick Jack in here, right?
Right, like
and it's Chicano hip hop.
Chicano hip hop.
Okay.
Latino hip hop.
But there's no such thing though, because then are you of African descent? You black? You Puerto Rican? What are you, dog?
I'm black.
You black?
As far as I know. Yeah.
So then every time, when you get on a track,
I'm doing
are you black hip hop?
That's what I'm saying.
That shit don't exist nowhere else, dog. It don't exist nowhere fucking else.
Like, how did that start?
Yeah. Well, see that. Hey, well, you know what? You're on a Chicano hip hop show.
That's the
because I'm Chicano and I'm interviewing you, dog.
That's the thing that I don't think people understand is that these artists have actually tagged their stuff with that stigma and actually made a genre out of it.
Yeah.
And it's called Chicano rap. So obviously that genre has gained whatever amount of revenue,
some commercial success. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
So when people start to see other rappers and that are Mexican,
they
assume. They obviously assume because that's what the media is feeding them.
So then
not only that, like the media, anytime that a Chicano is portrayed on TV, movies, whatever, is a real big heavy stereotype, and it's always that this person is a cholo.
Anytime that I get interviewed on TV, I try to use the accent,
what
just
I mean?
because and shit. Like I'm trying to make it.
So basically, like
me
doing me, like I wanna try to break the mold of that. You know what I mean? Because
so then I definitely don't like the terms Chicano, even Latin hip hop, Latino hip hop, none of that shit. But then being a Chicano, being a Latino, then what's the success in you doing the music, knowing that that's the commercial success?
That's the obstacle.
Yeah.
What I'm really trying to do myself is just show people that there's a whole different sound. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, obviously they expect the Chicano rap sound, and no one has besides Omar Cruz. But then again, Omar Cruz really didn't. He wasn't able to go all the way with it. You know what I mean? He kind of had his little issues or whatever, so he kind of fell off. No disrespect to Omar, but
so
you know what I mean.
With that though, then you have a track with him and Glasses Malone.
Yes.
So then why put them two out of anybody else?
For me putting that track together, it was more like showing people that, you know, we can actually run alongside the traditional hip hop people, which obviously are blacks, right?
Yeah.
And so it was just me basically showcasing that Chicanos can rhyme just as good, if not better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If y'all get a chance, pick up Execution Style, Javi Lopez with Blunt's Law. Blunt's Law is actually Omar Cruz and shit. So
but I mean,
some hip hop shit. You
not
know,
only
just,
not only that, you know
that
what I
was
mean?
before he changed his name and stuff.
Not only that, you know what I mean? Like, I run with Frank Nitty and shit, and he's real heavy on the black and brown movement. He's one of the first people to really start pushing that. You know what I mean? And
power in numbers.
Exactly.
Homie. That's all I can say and shit.
So I'm definitely a supporter of the black and brown movement. You know what I mean? And coming together and shit like that. So
word up, real fucking talk, homie. Let them know who you are one more time, man.
My name is Annimean, and you know, look at me.
What song is this right here?
This is called The Rapture.
OGHuskyRadio.com. Stay posted.
Doing the dime for a robbery. Moms was getting high and we was just getting by. I remember the pain like it was yesterday. Yeah, I gotta follow me to understand the poverty. Florence and Wilcox, motels in the crack rock. Cops was moving in, the team was getting it in. Fiends was getting it in a week, embrace the sin. Nothing to glorify, the shit was horrifying. Yo, every meal was hard earned. It's all turned, let these words burn in your soul so you could understand the struggle. You square motherfuckers puzzle when I talk this. Nothing but real shit, now tell me if you feel this. Yo, the cops come, pop one and drop one. Every day it's the same thing, I'm trying to deal with the pain. I'm not done, I'm gon' strive until I rise. Keep my eye on the prize and be the last man standing. The fiends come, cop one, it's not fun. Yo, it's all part of the circle of life in the ghetto. And I'm not done, I'm gon' strive until I rise. Keep my eye on the prize and be the last man standing. Now I'm on some other shit with this mic, I'm a beast. And you soft ass rappers, about to feel the rap shit. I gotta make it out, understand this is not a plan by man. The Lord himself embrace me. That's why none of y'all can face me. Fearless, number one prospect, West Coast Loch Ness. Wordplay off for the chain like it's a rock crest. Stage dive, other rappers nose dive. When it's time, let the kids speak. Place the treble at the highest peak. On another plateau with this rap though. I spit 16 boards of straight pain. I'm not vain, I'm just trying to keep it all real. Y'all can feel that. No more packs, only hardcore raps. And I spit straight facts. All these other dudes fantasize. Little man, you a lame with a paint job. And I ain't looking at you, I'm not past. Yo, the cops come, pop one and drop one. Every day it's the same thing, I'm trying to deal with the pain. I'm not done, I'm gon' strive until I rise. Keep my eye on the prize and be the last man standing. The fiends come, cop one, it's not fun. Yo, it's all part of the circle of life in the ghetto. And I'm not done, I'm gon' strive until I rise. Keep my eye on the prize and be the last man standing. Yeah. All my real ones know what it is, man. Shout out to all my people in Santa Ana and Wilcox getting that money back then. Back then we was in the Florentine or the ballet, man. We was in the fountain, you know what I mean? Shit, man, it was like it was yesterday. I remember we was getting them niggas.
OGHuskyRadio.com, broadcasting
That was
live.
a Rapture right there. That's a song called A Rapture.
Where can we cop that at, man?
You can get that off my my latest project, which is called the Pre-Elimination, and that's hosted by Head from Blue Division, DJ Money J, and DJ H. And it's a really good listen, you know what I mean? A lot of my projects, you know what I mean? This is actually my third project, and
give us the first two before we get.
The first two was actually the very first one is called The Birth of a Beast with DJ Ill Will. And that's when I was, doing the dollar figure thing with Hot Dollar. Got a lot of features on there.
Okay.
And then the second one was called The Valkyrie that I did with September 7th from Cali Untouchables. And my third one, you know what I mean, is called The Pre-Elimination, which to me is honestly the best one in my opinion.
Why?
I just got a little more in-depth in the aspect of like explaining who I was, you know what I mean, going into a lot of storytelling. And, obviously growing in the craft, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's my best project to date because, I got a new project that's really a lot rawer and a lot iller, you know what I mean?
What project is that?
And that's called The Kevorkian Effect.
And when's that going to drop, or where can we cop that?
That's going to be dropping sometime. I have no idea.
Why not?
Well, because I'm in the process of making the records. Like, you know what I mean? Whenever I do my projects, I like to do about 30, 40 records.
And then what? And
then
pick and choose?
Yeah,
or?
then we'll go through a process, me and my DJ, and we'll pick the records. You know what I mean? So
that's depending on who you're working with at that time.
Just depending on the flow and of how the music is coming together as one. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, Dae One, he's gonna be producing the bulk of it. You know what I mean? I got another producer that I work with named The Scientist, and dude out of San Bernardino named Bambino that I'm working with. He's really ill. So
how do you find cats like that and shit?
You know, just going around different shows, different circles, listening. I'm a real big fan of hip hop, so I actually listen to the music. You know what I mean? I listen to everything, like literally. So, you know, I might hear somebody that I like, and I might, you know, hit this guy up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You guys been pretty honest and shit this whole interview. You know, it's been some real shit.
Yeah.
So between the two of you right now, you got to give the top 3 MCs of all time between the two of you guys. So y'all have to within like 2 minutes.
We have to agree.
Oh,
we
yeah,
do this
that's
all
gonna
the
be-
time
that's
in
gonna
the
be a
car. It's
problem.
gonna be a problem.
Let's get a little bit of it then. Let's just see.
This
Let's
is
just
gonna be an
see.
issue. Really?
That's it. Yeah.
So who throws out the name? You or
Yeah, it's
Yo,
you
he said he
guys,
wants us
man.
to
okay, Eminem.
I mean, yeah, he's alright and
Okay,
shit like
All
that.
right, we agreed on Eminem. All
All
right.
right, yeah. I'm gonna have to say Nas #1 before Eminem.
Okay, you agree with that?
Come on, man. You telling me you think Eminem's better than Nas?
Yeah.
That's insane. Where do you believe
Under what circumstance?
Is Jay-Z better than Nas?
Of course not.
Don't go changing the subject.
No. I'm asking him that for a reason.
Jay-Z is not better than Nas, and Eminem's better than Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Nas is better than all of them in general.
See, this is gonna go on forever.
So
He's not even a Biggie fan. Like, this is top 3.
I like Biggie.
Why not? Why not Biggie though to put him up there though?
I think Biggie's career was cut really short, so he didn't really have enough time.
Yeah,
because
right? Biggie going up against Nas album wise
beats Nas.
Are you serious?
Oh.
What makes you
Hell yeah.
See, it's obvious like these people were assassinated, so they all automatically get a bigger esteem.
So you're saying since Nas had more time to fall off that it's not fair? That's what you're saying, right?
Nah,
That's
what I'm saying is
you're saying Street Disciples beat Ready to Die.
What I'm saying is
You're saying hip hop is dead.
These people don't have a big enough catalog to even try to contest what this man Nas has already accomplished.
Some real spit right here, man.
Tenfold.
See what happens when you come right here to the east side and get real motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Dog, this man has multiple classic albums.
I'm not okay. Let me say this. I don't discredit Nas. I think Nas is one of the
hold
dopest
up.
MCs
Check this
ever,
out. We are live. We are live right now.
Yeah.
OGHuskyRadio.com. We have Earn Dog from Soul Assassins.
Yeah.
On the chat.
Shout out
What
Soul
up, Ern?
Assassins.
And he
What's
said, Illmatic is the only ill album. So
What? Are
like
you
we
serious?
can't like we can't even
Yo,
you know what I'm
look,
saying?
Illmatic is
First
the
off-
only ill album.
Listen,
Yeah,
first off, Stillmatic is
only
a
one
classic.
class. He only has one classic
Stillmatic-
album.
We're talking about Nas, right?
Yeah.
Stillmatic is
He's
a
in the
classic.
chat right now.
Stillmatic is a classic.
Stillmatic is
Lost Tapes.
It's his second best album.
Lost Tapes
Lost Tapes don't count.
might be a classic.
Lost
Lost
Tapes
Tapes
don't
might
count.
be a classic.
Why wouldn't Lost Tapes count?
Because Lost Tapes was supposed to be I Am and Nostradamus. You can't count that. You basically took what was left over off both of them albums and put them on one.
All right, what about Godson? Godson is a classic album. Godson is a
Negative.
classic
A
album.
classic album?
Yes.
What do you
Oh
consider
my God, dog!
classic?
Look, you got Heaven on there. You got that song with Alicia Keys, Warrior song.
You got 6 songs on God's
You got
maybe.
you got Realest Nigga Alive.
You're at 3 songs. You're at 3 songs.
You got what's
That's a
that
real
one
hip-hop
that he had
head
the
right
video?
there.
The
What?
you know
The one with the
I'm
kids?
The one he had the video where he was in the projects. He was wearing the army suit, the army green or whatever.
Yeah.
What, they shooting?
They shooting.
Made you look.
Made you look.
Yeah,
You a slave to a page in my rhyme
You're
book.
at 4.
On the real, you a slave to Nas page in his rhyme book right
You're-
now, son. For real, I'm just
Nah,
saying.
not a classic album.
I think it's a
Not
classic.
Not Godson.
Out of that whole album, I think maybe like 2 songs wasn't
Machiavelli
really hot.
beats Godson's album.
Oh.
Machiavelli was a boo-boo album.
Negative. What? See, this is us in the car. Like,
Like,
Why?
how is that possible?
Because there was a lot of records on there that I felt like that wasn't like they was filler records, and he had the Outlaws over them records, and them dudes was boo-boo.
what?
The Outlaws, like the Outlaw. I mean,
Wow. See,
I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but the Outlaws.
But we
is
are
boo-boo
speaking
to
the
me.
truth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all music is all a matter of opinion.
Yeah,
but,
straight up.
Nas is very dope. Nas,
He's the
Nas
dopest, in
might
my
not.
opinion. He's
Nas,
a king.
Nas would probably be 2 to 3 in my top 3.
All right,
Okay.
put it this way: you think Nas, Pac would have beat Nas if they would have been
Yes.
able to go against each other?
Yes,
Why is that?
How could Nas have beat Pac?
Nas lyrically will assassinate Pac.
We're talking about nah. I don't agree.
Lyrically,
he will assassinate Pac because his wordplay and just just on a whole nother
I don't
plateau,
agree.
my dude.
I just don't agree.
Why?
Because his charisma was never gonna overshadow Tupac's aura. Like it would never happen. It just wouldn't happen.
Okay, that's like saying, all right, I got this smart, nice looking bitch,
right,
and then I got this really bad dumb bitch.
But she makes a lot of money. Who you gonna choose?
I'm
the dumb broad bitch that makes a lot of money.
I'm gonna fuck with the mediocre, intelligent woman because I need conversation to live. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like I need to be intrigued and shit.
It's all right. All right, so
not
this is the brown nose section of the show, ladies and
there
gentlemen.
we go. OGHuskyRadio.com. Now you know what the conversation's gonna be all the way home and shit, right?
Let me just say one.
I can't believe you said that.
Let me say one thing, man. I was on my way. I forget where I was going today. I think I was going to my girl's house or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm driving and whatever. You know, I got a regular car. You know what I mean? I ain't got no flashy shit, but it's a nice car though.
Okay.
So I pull up to this, you know, on the sidewalk or whatever, and there's a dude on the bus stop. And I notice he got like Gucci shoes on, and he just Gucci'd out doing his thing, right? But he's at the bus stop.
Yeah.
So that's a pet peeve for me, man. Please.
Yeah. You know what? Sell those $700 shoes and get a bucket.
Exactly.
That was my whole
point. That was my whole point. I went online because obviously I want nice shit eventually. You know what I mean? So I went and price checked on some Gucci shoes, and they like $500. My car payment is like $300.
Right.
Yeah.
So that man could have had a car.
Yeah, I understand.
Real shit. OGHuskyRadio.com. And people that don't live in the hood are like, "Wow, what is he talking about?" He's utilizing public transit.
I don't know, man. You know it is.
Shit. Hey, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this. I think it's an instrumental. So if it's an instrumental, we got two MCs right here. So y'all gotta do something. If it ain't, I don't know. We gonna play.
It might be the summertime instrumental. If it is, just give us a different instrumental.
Okay, let's see what is this right.
Yeah, you gotta give us a different.
What is this right here?
This is more like it's the song. I don't know if it's instrumental or not.
No, that's the instrumental. I accidentally sent it on accident.
Okay, so don't blame me.
He actually sent it on accident.
Well, it's a good thing we have a DJ right behind you. DJ Top Rank. Give him a couple seconds to find something. Make you know what I'm saying. OGHuskyRadio.com, broadcasting live. Let me know when you're ready, Top Rank. Give him the contacts one more time, man.
Man, you can find me at Twitter /Annimean ANNIMEANZ.
You can find me at Twitter at Dae One DAEONE. You can also find him on Facebook.
/Annimean. Same thing without the Z.
Any means no Z. Why would people think there's a Z in your name anyway?
Because when I signed up for the Twitter account, apparently somebody already had the Annimean name, so they gave me like an option, and it had a Z at the end. You feel me? I mean, it's not that it's not a complicated answer. I know motherfuckers wanted like a real elaborate
he's like
story.
saying his name
because
like
Z is the last letter of the alphabet, and alphabetically, theoretically.
Nah, so that's why
they might reconsider a Z in my name.
You know what I mean? But,
damn.
And the funny thing is that's actually like caught on. Like, you know what I mean? People promote my name with a Z at the end. All kind of shit. You know?
Let's do this.
We're gonna have to just freestyle. I don't really rap. I don't really rap that much, but
okay.
You know what I mean? It's just something we can do for fun. And this dude battle raps all the time, so I ain't no competition.
Well, let's do this.
I'm from the killing field where they kill at will like it's nothing, and different strokes for different folks. While field drummings exploit the black and act like it's a fact that we need, and plead for they help for ourselves to succeed. Indeed we don't. While I want. And I hope the resistance in the game, and you know I'm so dope, looking like I got wisdom, and you know that it's the coldest. Looking at me, West Coast, he the dopest, the coldest when he flow it, and you know nobody do it like I do. No matter how you do it, it's so fluid like liquid. I do it every time that I kick it. Your bitch is looking at me late night, she wanna kick it. She give me the digits, she letting me go hit it. She opening her legs and telling me to come and get it. It's OG Husky, you know we ain't musty, we fresh as they come. Nobody is dumb as they want to be. Any means, he got no Z in his name, but we remain.
Yo, I'm about to go in, man. It's your boy Annimean First Class. We in the building. Yo. Okay. Check. Hey, yo, my mind state manifests a solar eclipse. I keep guns. The odds but landing strip we dig. They say means why you rapping about guns, cause where I'm from, guns and gut parallel with the truth. In the booth, I construct these words that paint pictures from lost scriptures describing the curb, you feel me? I got a whole team hungry for money, thirsty for action. In the Taliban fashion, we crashing your faction. Yo. Rhyme dope like metamine, getting broke down, cooked in the yo, hold up. You know what I mean? I'm about to go in, check it out. Check it out. One more time, let me go up. Yo. Dip, slip, and glide through the south side. Your boy larger than life out on the east side. And they don't want it with me, I lit his war shit. Breathe the block and need sleep shit in the trap. I put his lungs through his back with the 12 gauge and rearrange his rib cage with his vertebrae. Yo, I'm the dude a lot of cats really wanna be, but secretly hating on me cause they not me. They wanna know how I move, where I got the whip, why my dudes smoke good, and if I know they, I tell them all y'all could fall for the right price. His whole team getting spun like some shook dice. The right price, how I moved up swiftly. Your street cred non-existent where your killers at. Me and Sick, we at your front door with the pipes. I make it so his whole family move about the crib. Yo, hold up, check it out. Yo, hold up.
See, when you're spitting like that, we'll let you go again. Fuck that. OGHuskyRadio.com. You want to switch up that beat a little more? Let's do this.
Let me get another one.
OGHuskyRadio.com.
Yo, it's your boy Means, man. We in the building, you know what I mean? Check it out, yo, I devastate. Check game and meditate. Knocking motherfuckers out lyrical heavyweight. Y'all wanna ride with this? You never amount to this. Yo, I mastered the game and figure shit just like a scientist. Backslap, fuck around and get bitch slapped. See the shit that I bust, dog, basically say you whack. I ain't seen it all. Witness trials and tribulation. Life on these murky streets, murderous situations. So I palm the gat and I'm me, get a cock it back. With them $2 rhymes, homie, I hold 100 sack of that bomb shit. Only speak on that crime shit. I was taught by the finest dog, nothing but convicts. When my shit bang, fuck a club, the hoods is popping. Knocking in them Hummers and 6-4s is hopping. Bitches pill popping, getting wet and they panties dropping. I get the scene rocking, I'm wild like Dennis Rodman, like cold winners. I free shit with my breath, I'm a hydrogen bomb that explodes to nothing left. Giving death threats, then I follow out with the plan. I chain him to the shower, then chainsaw his man in the caravan. With the K loaded and cocked, I ask him how,
OGHuskyRadio.com.
OGHuskyRadio.
Broadcasting live, east side of Los Angeles, worldwide.
From the east side of LA.
Let them know what's the next project for Dae One then, man. What are we looking at?
Dae One has the Substance album, which is dropping August 30th with my rhyme partner Noni Spitz. That'll be out August 30th, iTunes, all them digital outlets, everything. And then I'm also working on my producer album, which is going to be called Behind the Music, coming this fall.
Straight up.
That's what's up. You gotta support that, man. Support my boy Dae One. You know what I mean? My official producer. You know what I mean?
What's up, man? So then 40 tracks for a project, man. So then what's dropping for
that? Like, what do you do with the other 30?
Like he don't know, huh?
Like, don't get it twisted. Like, it ain't just 40 tracks of myself. Like, I cut tracks with my crew a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's gonna just be a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I record my project, you gonna definitely hear like 4 or 5 records of just my crew on it. Right. As well, because we all moving as one, as a unit. You know what I mean? So when you hear an Annimean album, you definitely gonna hear Young Smoke. You gonna hear Kiss Star B. You gonna hear Big Sick.
Where's the name come from too? Before we
Annimean, Annimean actually has no meaning to it.
That was so deep. Like that was the greatest.
I mean, originally, obviously I wanted it to be Any Means, like Any Means Necessary. But then I thought that was kind of cliche.
Yeah.
So I just came up with Any Mean, and then I spelled it a totally different way to just give it that authentic feel. You know what I mean? So.
And what's up? And Dae One. Dae One.
Dae One. Dae One comes from my birth name is Damien, so that's where the Dae comes from, and then the one is just that I'm original, one of a kind. So it's just Damien, one of a kind. That's where you get Dae One.
I didn't even know that either.
That's right. These motherfuckers be arguing all fucking day in the car about MCs and shit. Thank you guys for coming through, man.
We appreciate it, man.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
And then one more time, just give them the contact, Twitter, Facebook, all that before we cut out.
Twitter /Annimean with a Z at the end. Facebook /No Z. Hit me up.
Twitter Dae One, DAEONE. Also www.no1.bandcamp.com. Hit that spot up for all the latest, hottest music. You can also hit my other Bandcamp. I got a Dae One Bandcamp too, and I got just beats up there.
He got a bunch of shit.
Yeah, whatever they want.
Word up, OGHuskyRadio.com. Stay posted.
Shout out the campaign. I want to shout them out real quick.
Who's the campaign?
The campaign is Icon of Icon Photography. And a bunch of other guys that I don't know who. Ghost. Yeah, Zapata the Ghost.
D of Skull Camp.
Yeah, D.
I do a lot of reading.
You know what? Yeah, shout out.
I was reading LA Times and they just mentioned them.
Yeah, shout out to the campaign, man. I like what they doing and shit. You know,
Yeah,
even
definitely.
though I don't know all their names, I think they're really dope. Shout out to Koki and Omar Cruz, Rome. You know, everybody that's doing anything. You know?
There it is, OGHuskyRadio.com.